All right, I think we're working here. This is Amanda Hand, Minneapolis born and bred poet, broadcasting to you live from Grand Marais on the North Shore where I now live. Asked to do some poems by Tony. Thanks, Tony, for the opportunity. Oh, Tony's messaging. Tell my friends. How do I tell my friends? Let's see. I can do it. Plus, choose your live mode. Live video, lip sync. No, we're not lip syncing. Let's see. Share, invite group members to watch. Oh golly. I don't know how to invite my friends. I invited them earlier. Shouldn't they know? Shouldn't they know? Oh boy. All right. We're going to just do this and hope for the best. All right, so I'll start out with a few poems that I wrote a few years back when we were back when you could leave on spring break, when you could leave your home on spring break, and we took a couple trips to Texas. Drove down to Austin. So this one is called Vacation. An explosion shot in slow motion, hurling outward, forward, insides unfolding, everything coming out, undone, unfurled, uncorked, unruly. Sleeping and drinking and swimming at odd hours and in odd places. Until, at the apex of the story, someone hits rewind, and we are sucked back through the projector, past the same tree, the same horse, the same oil pump, the same Walmart, Lamar Avenue, now the one in Kansas, not Texas. Retreating back into the cold, the snow, the dark, the guarded, back onto the feed reel, back into ourselves, back to the beginning, now the end. This one is called Shedding Snow. Ooh, UPS delivery. Let's see if that's for us. I don't think so. Shedding Snow. Under gray skies, the dormant farm fields of southern Minnesota are dressed in their funerary colors, black, brown, a retiring gold, punctuated by red osier dogwood, like the bling-bling of a priest's Easter vestments. This morning's snow that covered the black van in the wee hours of the morning when we woke up in a hushed Minneapolis suburb had begun to slip. Sometimes in small and inconspicuous lettings go off the east side of the van, other times in raucous piles off the top, thwump, rolling away behind us in the rearview mirror of this rented spring. It is 8:50 and 2 degrees above freezing as Americans count it. A few stubborn outliers of snow still cling, one to the left wiper blade, one to the west rear door handle, and stubborn outliers inside the van as well. Thoughts still drifting to work unfinished, bodies still hunched and bracing for a to-do list too impossible to catch up to. But we too are starting to thaw, to slough, wriggling towards the other end of this great nation, leaving our old skin behind, shedding snow. And one more vacation poem. This one's called Embolism. It's about how much it sucks to come home after vacation. But maybe we'll see that differently now. Who knows? Embolism. Where can I pack this new longing, bought on South Congress, painted like old Mexican pottery, baptized in Barton Springs and reborn? I cannot pack it like heat tight against my body and concealed. It is too dangerous for that. Strapped to the top of a small car, my freak flag to wave for the long miles home to Superior, tattering itself before the high highways of northern Texas, diminishing as the oil pumps of southern Oklahoma tip their hats a million times, shrinking as the windmills look on, tisk, tisk, tisking their disapproval. It would be ruined by Wichita. Nope, I will fold it 100 times, 1,000. Origami. Make it small and unrecognizable, and I will tuck it in my heart, where desire takes its refuge, a beautiful embolism, to kill me or to pass. All right, here's one. It's called Lean Into the Light. It's a rhymer. Mixed feelings about those rhymers, but don't usually read this one out loud. It's called Lean Into the Light. It's worth reading, though. I think we could probably use to hear it right now these days. All right, lean into the light. When holding on too tight to hopes from long ago, and every little flower, leaf, and star gently whispers, no. In sadness we could lie and sink back into the earth. To darkness we could go, not knowing what this all is worth. Or instead, we could yield, absorb and flow, and when the winds have shifted, like a seed once more, be lifted and go and go and go. Into that vast unknown, lean in, again be sown and grown, to wonder at our own becoming, within a gentle thrumming, and know that this not knowing is our only home. But we are not alone. In living soil we have been planted, our gardens turn to face the light, and when the darkness comes, we can even love the light. Let's lean into the light. It's still light out here in Cook County, which is a great gift in and of itself. Let's see. Let's do, as if I knew what time it is. We will do, there's my neighbors. A little bit crazy neighbors. These are all so heavy, so heavy, so heavy. Okay, we'll do a silly one, and then we'll go back to the heavy ones. This one's called Thunder Bay Ladies. I had planned to age gracefully, like the mysterious teacher at my high school in Denmark. Was she 30? Was she 60? All Danish modern, short white hair and no makeup. She walked everywhere and carried a fjellround before fjellrounds were cool. But instead, as time, gravity, and the great American abundance have their way with me, I find I am tending more in the direction of the Thunder Bay ladies, with their sparkles and rouge circa 1984. Propping up the palazzo for another go at garish magnificence before its inevitable collapse back into dust come the zombie apocalypse. Thunder Bay ladies, we like to tease our neighbors to the north here in Grand Marais for being even more out of step with modern times than even we ourselves are. But it's all good natured. All right. Well, let's see. We'll do a little of this one here. On the kindness of friends, this one's called. Better than the kindness of strangers, the kindness of friends, who, knowing the near bottomless depths of our inadequacies and sniveling complaints, our pettinesses and bravado, mostly don't call us out on our bullshit, unless they do, but follow it with a hot mug of coffee and something sweet regardless. Better than a picture, 1,000 words, which fill out time with something other than worry and take up space, which tether the results of their writing to the landscape of their making, each paragraph a place, a migration through the house, following the sun in winter through too few windows. This line, the dirty kitchen table. That stanza, the dog on the blue and green rug by the back door. So in the end, we have both a story and memory. And better still, a song, patched together equally of the sharp objects dragged home in our teeth for protection, and the soft places where we've let ourselves be stabbed again and again, finding in melody and rhythm the good humor to leave our beds each morning and sing instead of die. And that song, delivered to friends who, fielding the full measure of our depravity, take us in just the same, their kindness, more miraculous even than the kindness of strangers. All right. I have no idea how long I've been here. We'll assume there's probably a magical way to know this. I'm not going to be privy to it. I'll do a couple more. How about? Let's see. I like that one. Well, I'll do this one. I don't know if I like this one or not, but it's, oh yeah, I'll do this one and then I'll do one more. This one is about sunrise in summertime. In the summertime, my family and I try and at least once go over to the East Bay of Lake Superior here in Grand Marais and bring our sleeping bags, and we buy donuts and we sit in the rocks along the shore and wait to watch the sunrise, and it's really beautiful. And I bet we're all looking forward to a little sunrise, almost summer. Lying in the red sands of the East Bay, I am in bed. Breakwall, headboard, shoreline, sheets and blankets kicked back. Seagulls, the alarm clock yanking me into the day. Snooze, snooze, snooze. The planet, a lover that I do not want to leave. The body of this place, a body. Damp, prickly, smooth, wet, undulating, granular, lowlands, peaks, hard, soft, warm. Here to savor, not consume. I am the whisper between the earth and sky. Ephemeral, corporeal. This never gets old, our sweet spot in the solar system. The emptiness, so full. The loneliness, hushed. And when the sunrise is complete, from gray to pink to a violent red, and finally resolving into a white that doesn't make us blush, a man in the distance retreats from the beach, and I retreat from this cocoon of sublime planetary longing back into the ordinary hours of men. All right, last one. This one's called Ping. Ping Goes My Heart. A little printing organizational deficit here in my brain. In my brains. I'll find it. I know it's here. I found it before. I just print on the back sides and the front side. Everything gets all out of order. Oh, I do like that one too. Well, we're not going to worry about that. Well, maybe we should read a short one instead. Oh. I promise, people. I promise I'll find it. Oh, I like that one too. There it is. There it is. Okay. This one's long. 2.5 minutes. If you got something to do before 2.5 minutes is up, you better go do it, because this is not going to be over. Ping Goes My Heart. Life is just kicking the living eloquence out of me these days. I got something sweet and simple to say, and I can't even find the... It's like this. I came home yesterday, and I always come home tired, and it was, let's walk the dogs time, so we did. And that's beautiful, because the dogs run, and there's buds on the bushes and a creek with running water. And then I'm home, and there's this sweet girl at my kitchen table who says, remember, we got to buy the stuff for the smurble for school tomorrow? And I'm like, shit, that's right. And I'm still tired, but I dig out the shiny new Scandinavian cookbook to look up a proper recipe for remoulade, because you can't buy it in America. In the book? Well, it's beautiful too, full of people and places and food and experiences that I miss so much. Or at least I have decided I miss now that I can't have them. So I breathe and tear up while I write what I need on a Post-it, and then drag ass, mine and hers, to the little store on the big lake. Just running errands after work on Lake Superior. Whatever, as if that wasn't enough right there. When we come home, there's this man I've spent 26 years with working on the rye bread for the smørrebrød, which is funny because no one here is even Danish, just a bunch of filthy Italian, Irish, English types, all earnestly pursuing Danish food because you have to wake up and do something with your life each day. So why not this? Next, we start the remoulade, and also the sulle agurka, that's pickles. And it dawns on me that I'm making real food in the kitchen with my daughter, and I'm not even checking email compulsively or thinking resentful thoughts, just cooking. What a fucking gift that is, no joke. This is all beautiful too, so beautiful in fact that I email my Danish host mother, who's 70 instead of 43 now, to say, hey, look, me, her, Danish stuff, love, and send off pictures of chopping dill via a technology that didn't exist when she was 43 and I was 16. And there's all this full circle love, life, heritage, food, family. See how the sun looks this time of night, this time of year on this particular wall. Bigness just pushing and pushing on the still tired edges of my heart. I can almost hear the ping of its metal, like the Grinch. Ping goes my heart from the pressure of the sweet girl. Ping goes my heart from the dill and the buds. Ping goes my heart from the dogs and water and light. And I am late to work because of the smørrebrød factory, but it's okay. I text a picture of made in America Danish sandwiches to another traveler I know in Japan, my son. And he texts back, yum. Japanese that Google translates as, is it a starch race? And ping goes my heart for the starch race too. All right, Tony says I can go as long as I want. Okay. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. One more. Let's see. I like that one. Unexpected. That one's called Notes on the Winter Solstice. Who wants to think about winter solstice? Not me. First bird of morning. That one's about not being able to sleep. You guys interested in not being able to sleep? No. Here, this is the last one. And I'm going to go eat the potatoes au gratin I made. All right, accidental. I prefer my poetry accidental, tripped over like a root in the woods, dropped in the street by a stranger for me to pick up, turn over, wonder about, left behind on my kitchen table by a friend after a night of too much boxed wine, or a single word sticking out of the dirty snow in spring, tugged out and discovered. Standing before a shelf of poetry in the bookstore, even the small store with the small shelf, my chest still tightens. I lose my sense of place on this planet. I cannot tuck snugly into an endlessness, unswaddled. I prefer my poetry roadside stand on a dirt road wrong turn, not Lunds and Byerly's on the interstate. Head knowing makes me skittish. I prefer dirt under the nails knowing. Chance to choice. Old magic and accidents. Peace out, poets. Be good to each other.